What's going on, you bunch of heretics? Aeldari have had a huge release, and it just so happens that Combat Patrol magazine have released the Aeldari sort of Combat Patrol at the same sort of time. Very, very handy. So the next couple of videos is going to be all about painting Aeldari, specifically the Alaitoc. I think I'm saying that right, Alaitoc Craftworlds, the blue and the yellow, because I think it looks great. Today we are starting off with the Guardians. You may remember on the Heresy Journals, I did a bit of an unboxing of that of the Combat Patrol box that came, and well, we've got a Wraith Lord in there, we've got the Farser, which you probably seen or totally spoken about before, and of course we've got some Guardians, which is what we're going to be painting today. Some Aeldari Guardians in a Alaitoc Craftworlds colour scheme. The blue, the yellow, it look great with the speed paints. Everything needed will be in the description below. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, here he is, our Guardian, good to go, primed in black, ready for it. We have got our wet palette, our water good to go, our speed paint medium. We're going to go with just Administratum grey and white scar, an array of brushes, and of course some tissue paper as well. So here he is, let's get to it. First up, we're going to go with our Administratum grey. We're going to make this really quick and easy. We're just going to do a two-step process. I know it started off as 4, then 3, and now 1. I kind of feel like just Administratum grey, small circles, dry brushed all over, is going to be absolutely fine. Remember, get plenty on the brush, take it all off with our tissue, and then of course, just big circles into small circles all over the model, using different size dry brushes to get absolutely everywhere. And you want probably 2 layers of this just to give it a really good base coat of that Administratum grey. Alright? Don't forget to get yourself a clean dry brush and literally just take off all of that excess dust. Okay, and there he is, good to go. Next up, you're going to grab your white scar, and same principles as we always do on Heretics My Therapy. When you get our white scar, we're going to take it all off the brush, and then we're just going to pick out those areas where the light would be shining. And again, small circles, or if you want to stipple, you can do. But again, these models just really lend themselves to a nice Zenithal SlapChop base. So again, just on all those raised areas where the light would touch, and again, you can go as light as you really want on this one. Same again, grab your clean dry brush and just take off all of that excess paint and excess dust. Trust me, this is a really big part of the process. And there we are, good to go, looking nice. First step, we're going to be using Caribbean Ocean. It's a really nice mix. So again, 1 drop to 1 drop of the blue to the speed paint medium. Mix it all up, and then what we're going to do is just apply a thin coat of this all over the model outside of the helmet and the weapon system. And all this does is just kind of enriches the next blue. So all we're doing with this element is just we're going to put a lighter version of the colours, and then we'll put the darker version on as well to really give it some pop and bang. So there is again, like I say, just 1 layer of this is all you need of that Caribbean, but it's a really nice blue this. Just working in all to the crevices, and we're on it. And there it is. Next up, we're going to get our Beowulf Blue. Like I say, 1 drop and 1 drop speed paint medium. Mix the 2 together to get a nice consistency, 50-50 mix of the 2. And all we're going to do is just same again, just a thin coat over the top of the model. If you want to go a little bit darker and add a second coat in some of the recess areas, you can do, but to be honest with you, just this 1 coat is all you're going to need over the top of that Caribbean Ocean. Absolutely, look, these speed paints are really nice, and they work really nicely. So like I say, all over the model, just where you've applied that Caribbean blue, we're just now applying that Beowulf Blue. Make sure that you move the paint around, don't let it pool, and that's the effect that you're going to get once that's on. Next up, we're going to put our Sterling Mud on. This is where it just, again, if you're doing a lot of these, it just means that you can put your base on, allow it to dry, and then obviously you can start working on. But because I've got the sort of main coating on, this is just a nice time to get that base on. So there's a bit of sterling mud that I'm going to use for my first bit of basing. Next up we've got maize yellow. Drop onto our palette. We don't need to mix it with anything. It's quite a nice light yellow, and all we're going to do is we're going to put 2 thin coats of this onto his helmet. Again, just going around the edges. We don't want to leave the main face area, because we're going to have that in like the sort of like stealth black. Like I say, 2 thin coats of this to give it a nice sort of base. Again, just watch how you go with it, but again, really easy enough. Once that's done, we're going to get our Oculist, like an Oculist cloak. Again, 1-to-1 mix of this and the speed paint medium, and then all we're going to do is on the weapon systems, not the blade of the sword, but if you had the chainsaw, it would be the chainsaw, but all the weapons are going to have this applied to it. Again, 1 layer is all you're going to need, so on the weapon system, on the sword, and on the face mask area. Again, like I say, 1 coat is all you're going to need of this, and it will just dry really nicely. Once that's done, we're going to use our ancient honey, and again, this is just kind of give a bit more richness to the helmet. And again, 1 drop is all you need. No requirement for any speed paint medium. The yellow is a nice enough colour not to require any sort of mixing. And again, just 2 thin coats of this on the helmet, and again, it's going to give a nice yellow consistency. You know, we're kind of getting away from that green that sometimes a thin yellow produces, but a nice light yellow with a deeper yellow. And then once we get our dry brush on, that'll really sort of stand out. Again, grim black. Again, same again. 1 drop on, drop of speed paint medium, mix it together, nice 50-50 mix. And again, 1 to 2 coats of this on your area, on your weapon systems that you've painted the grey onto. And then if you want to get into bits some recess to really give it some contrast, you can do. You know, whatever works for you. So yeah, on the hilt of the sword, around the gem, and on the handle, nothing wild, and obviously back into the face mask as well. Really simple, simple colour system for these guys, which I really like. If you're a beginner painter, this is the ideal army to have. Okay, enchanted steel is our next colour of choice. Again, pop some on our palette, mix it in onto the palette, and all we're going to do is just nice simple 2 thin coats on the sword blade, going up the from the hilt all the way to the top. Done. Easy as that. 2 thin coats, all you need. Next up, we're going to get our burnt tuft. This is like the Aeldari dust variant, and as close as I could find it. So this is what I'm going to be using from now on. So instead of Aeldari dust, we've got our burnt tuft from War Painter, from the Army Painter. And it's the same again, guys. It was super light. Feather dust this. Just kind of going brushing down the model, just to kind of give it a bit of an extra highlight on the miniature itself. Again, just really nice and simple. Nothing wild, just ever so light. And if you want to, grab your Beowulf blue, add some extra layers of speed paint medium, and then just do a thin wash over, should you wish to, if you've gone a bit too dark or if you've gone a bit too heavy with the Aeldari dust or the burnt tuft. Alright, so that's an easy fix for it. And next we're going to get our white scar, and all we're simply going to do this is a quick onto our palette, then into the 2 gems and into the eye slits, and then we're going to add a bit of green. So just on the gem on both sides, and then all you're going to do is just again into the eye recess, again just building up, taking your time with the paint, with that white scar. Okay, simple enough. Just slowly build it, slowly. It's about the most amount of detail you're going to need to do in this. Going to grab your orc skin, give it a good shake, plop it on. Again,
1-to-1 mix of Orc Skin and Speed Paint Medium, give it a quick mix, and then all you're going to do is just one quick layer over the top of the eyes and the gemstone. Really, really nice and easy. And if you want to make it darker, add a bit more in there, you can do. And then same again, into the eyes, just move the paint around, let it sit in those areas, and it will create a really nice simple glow on the miniature. Alright, easy as that. And there you have it, guys. That's that done. Now we're going to get our shining silver, pop a little bit on our wet palette, grab our dry brush, take off all the paint again, and all we're going to do is we're just going to gently feather dust over the top of the sword blade, just to kind of give it a nice gliding edge highlight. Simple as that. And there he is, guys. I've just added a bit of a base and a bit of Rhinox hide around the base, and that's the model all done. It is literally as easy as that. In essence, it's 3 colours, just with a bit of colour theory behind it. Simples.
Right, there you have it. The first of the 10 Guardians, all done in that blue and yellow Alaitoc colour scheme. I think it looks great. I really like how it's come out, and it is a super quick and easy way to get your Guardians looking ready for the tabletop. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video and you have found it useful. If you have, please leave a like and obviously leave a comment in the comment section below, and of course subscribe to the channel if you are finding this useful. Anyway guys, that is me signing off for now. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.